We knew pretty early on that we wanted to co-produce or produce like this album. We've kind of learned a lot more about like sounds and spaces, and we wanted to like capture not just like write the song, but like the atmosphere and the sound of the song as well.
We kept using the word collage because it was basically an amalgamation of all of these different demos and sounds and textures and found recordings that we wanted to piece together, and it was about like trying to find the link and the way that it will flow naturally. And I guess collage was the thing, because also that kind of conveyed how we wanted to record it, which wasn't just like all in one go. It was like, we'll record pieces here and then we'll take that and we'll extend it in this other space, and the spaces became just as important as the songs themselves. We'd upload photos of the moss and these like sort of abandoned cities in different places, and like sinkholes and all these kind of just really beautiful geographical landscapes that I think are really helpful to create a similar language
we were
between
quite,
one another.
Conceptual with it this time as well, because I remember when we started doing Where's Your Heart, we were like, this song is like dark blue, this song is like a boat coming in, like floating on the water in a storm, and we were like but I guess we kind of were more conceptual with it in that way, and then that kind of allowed us to finish the mood of the song.
It didn't even feel like working on songs, it was like working on the film score.
What was that film? Koina
Skatsi was a big influence. I think musically that film as well, the soundtrack is done by Philip Glass, and I feel like that's always something that's in the back of our minds, that kind of simple, minimalist, but also very impactful and cinematic sounding.
Backing vocals.
We did the backing vocals, just the three of us in there, and just went a bit wild, didn't we? That was one of my there was nothing in there, it's just a room with a mic in it, and it was just nothing else to think about, so we really explored the full ranges of our voices, got a bit
a lot of screaming, a lot of there was this real importance to try and keep the essence of the demos. We wanted to capture how those songs were made and where they were made, and to hold on to that essence and mood that is quite hard to recreate sometimes. I think language is very subjective, and especially when you talk about music, I find that I use quite similar adjectives, and they don't necessarily convey this feeling, because I think a lot of the time the music is a feeling, and colours and films and art and photography and all these other things that we're really interested in allowed us to kind of have that dialogue between one another.
I think my favourite song to play live is Wasting. It's just so heavy, and I can just let out all my anger.
Yeah, mine was a toss-up between Wasting and the complete opposite of that, which is Tonight, where I'm actually kind of doing the least, but every time just gives me goosebumps. Lottie's just started doing this really cool Deerhoof-esque crazy guitar thing in this most beautiful, breathtaking, goosebump-inducing song, and it's I can just hear and tell everyone is fully captivated and paying attention.
At the moment I really like playing Sleep Talk, because it's got this really nice keys part which is sort of quite simple, but then the bass note changes it and reharmonises it, and it's very satisfying to me.
Yeah, I'd say Where's Your Heart, it just pops. It's really fun to work with the feedback on guitar, and the way we weave in and out at the beginning, and then it's all about the atmospheres that we create live, that I think we've fully expanded to like a whole nother level from the record as well. And yeah, then kind of piercing through that atmosphere of the chorus that just comes in and it just sort of like ruptures everything. I feel like a lot of the time live sort of feeds into how you record the album, and so it was quite nice to have space between the album and then playing some of the songs, testing them out and seeing what worked and what didn't work, and then I feel like that kind of almost inspired some of the creative decisions we made on the album. I think like recording it as well, there was so much going on, so many different parts, so many different instruments, that it was quite nice to play it live and do like a really simple, heavy, thrashy kind of like version of what we'd grown to know.
It's really fun to like kind of realise what those like things that feel essential live are as well, because I guess when you're recording you're used to hearing it. Like there's so many parts within there, there's only so much we can do, but I think we have made quite a conscious decision as a band, as I don't think we're ever really going to be that like backing track band that wants to be like an exact recreation. Like it's always nice to have like extra musicians and try and do stuff like that. I think we're more about like the vibe and the atmosphere and like the energy.
So our mates are part of a sort of film production company called Foreign Body, and yeah, we definitely just wanted to work with them. So this was like a really good opportunity for that.
More than this, we're just.
We knew we wanted to work with them and it was really fun and they absolutely smashed it. I think we knew that we wanted it to be about like kind of people coming together from like different walks of life, or like people that might not normally like interact with each other, and kind of going on this journey together. So then they kind of came up with that idea of collecting like an unlikely band of friends that gets bigger and bigger along the way, and gets all a bit like unhinged at the end.
And then video 2, Motorway.
Driving on the motorway, moving through the
Wowza,
With Holly Blakey,
big fan. Always
which was
loved it.
amazing.
Lots of butt.
Butt action.
Butt action. It's quite hot. It's quite weird. It felt like the song that really suited like maybe like a proper dance video. And I love obviously like the way she directs, but like all the clothes were like Vivienne Westwood clothes, and the choreography was amazing.
shotgun, motion sickness, road to nowhere, doesn't matter. Are we staying? Won't stop driving.
And then video 3, Words Fell Out.
Yeah.
Molly.
Emotional.
Emotional, black and white. Get ready to cry.
It was perfect that your mum and your sister did do it, because they're like, I feel like it's so tender and it takes like, kind of like someone that close to us to do that. It's obviously a super special and a super personal song, and like we knew that the three of us wanted to be in it.
I only want the best for you. Like I always should. I was stuck in.
And like be using like our bodies in this physical way, like to show the closeness, like because we are, but like, and I think like the leaning and the supporting and stuff was like a really interesting theme. So yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
gorgeous.
I did some things I shouldn't have, that I now regret. Guess you'll always find wrong in retrospect.
With all of these videos as well, there was definitely this like aesthetic that we wanted to flow through all of them that kind of connected it back to the artwork that is for the album.
Saw that sketch on a piece of paper and I loved it. It was like the car was a central figure with the water and then like the sort of engulfing forest. Like I think we knew we wanted it to, like obviously Toby and Aidan to do the artwork again because they did the artwork for On All Fours, but we wanted it to be more like, well, definitely darker, a bit more
Simpler.
like simpler, mature.
More mature.
The artwork really represents what the album is about because I think like the album, I mean it's called Below the Waist and it's sort of about like what is waste and like questioning what that looks like, and I guess like modern life wasting away within nature, and the car was quite a like interesting representation of modern life. And I think the record sort of talks about like nature in a displaced context, and I guess that kind of is sort of the experience that we have of growing up in a city.
Final words. Wait, no, what are we doing? What do you want?
Do like a goodbye.
Any leaving words?
Yeah.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Stream Below the Waist.
Are you okay? You're on loudspeaker. I'm in an interview.
Oh, well, what's calling back then?
Do you want to say anything about the album?
Amazing.
Oh,
Best album so far.
thank you,
Yes.
Nick.